Good morning, everyone. What we're going to do today is we're just going to work on the core. We're not going to need any kit of anything. We just need a little bit of space on the floor. It's going to be pretty much entirely floor work. What we're going to do, we're going to work the midsection from the front, from the side, and from the back. Really concentrating on the area from here to here. Because the core, really, people think about this being your core, but actually your core runs from just underneath the chest to just below the hips. And you think of it as a belt of muscle that goes around the entire body rather than just, the abs and the six-pack on the front. So just think about the whole thing, and that's what we're going to work on today. So before we start, what I want to do is just focus on a little bit of core activation. So just nice and easy. All I want you to do is just get down on the floor to start with. All I want you to do is just lie back, take a nice deep breath in, and then just breathe out over 10 seconds. Count in your head. 3, 2, keep breathing until I'm going to need to breathe because I need to speak, but until all the air is out of your lungs and you're still pushing through the belly, through the diaphragm until you feel everything pulling in nice and strong and engaged in the bottom there, in the bottom of the abs. And take another deep breath in. Let the belly come out and just do the same thing again. Until you run out of breath, and then keep pushing. Just hold it there. So you feel it all engaged. So not just the superficial muscles of the midsection, but if you sort of dig your fingers around there, you can sort of feel a muscle that lies underneath that and runs across the midsection there. So you really think about engaging that as well. Okay, I'm just going to turn that around. And then once you get into a quadruped position, so get a nice flat back, this time just relax your belly, let it sort of just relax there, and then just pull the belly button in towards the spine, and exactly the same thing, a deep breath in to start, and then breathe out over 10 seconds. Breathe in again. So keep going, keep pushing, keep squeezing until you sort of long past the point where you run out of air and you're still squeezing. And go again. Good. And take it up to a standing position. Stand up nice and tall this time. Again, take a nice deep breath in. Fill the belly with air and then push it out until you run out of air, and then go past that point where you're running out of air and you're squeezing that little bit more. Hold it, squeeze it, pull the belly right in. That's it. Good. So what we were doing there, what we were keying into there, is just how it feels to really activate the core from a really deep perspective, not just from the superficial muscles there, the muscles that lie underneath it. Now, what I want you to do when we're doing all these exercises today is keep coming back to that feeling and holding on to that feeling. So it's not just, I think there will be burning moments, trust me on this one, but it's not just what's happening here, what's happening, thinking of the whole of the core as a unit, a piece of machinery that's working together, even though there's be some moves that isolate different parts of it at different times. Think about the whole unit working together. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we've got 4 rounds, and in each round we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exercises. We're going to do each exercise for 30 seconds. Then we're going to have a minute's rest, and we're going to repeat the round. So I'm going to do that twice, and then move on to round 2. Do those exercises twice with a minute's rest in between. Round 3, those exercises twice, and round 4, those exercises twice. So it's all floor work, simple, small moves, but moves that allow you to really focus on what's going on here and really make this whole area of your body much stronger as well, which will help when you do things like running and any other activities that you do. Okay, so the first round is all about the front of the body. Okay, so I'll just take you through the exercises that we're going to do, and then we'll run through the circuit. Okay, and then we'll go through it and do the round. So the first exercise starts in a push-up position. All I want you to do is stand and push the shoulders away from the body. This is called a scapular push-up. And then just relax the chest down. So you're not bending the elbows at all. You're not actually doing a push-up. Just pushing away. As the core contains the muscles underneath the chest, the smaller muscles in between the ribs. I just want you to push it away. So try and do this on your toes if you can. If you find it tough, of course, you can take it onto the knees. That's entirely up to you. Find work with the challenge level that works best for you. Take it down and up. So we're going to do that for 30 seconds. Then we're going to get down onto our elbows and we're going to move into a plank pike, which we've done before. So starting in this position, again, squeezing the core really tight and then picking the hips up, pushing the elbows away. You'll really feel that squeeze go from the core into the ribs and then take it back down. Squeeze and take it back down. So again, another 30 seconds in that one. Now, then we're going to flip over onto our back and we're going to do something called the banana hold. So what do we do is sort of assume the shape of a banana, push the lower back into the floor and just smoothly just open the ribs and close the ribs. It's a tiny little move, this. But just opening and closing the ribs. Really not just working these muscles here, but working these muscles, these small muscles in between the ribs up here as well. Okay, then we're going to sit up. A couple of options on this one because this will burn. Point your toes and make circles with your legs. We're going to do 30 seconds going clockwise, 30 seconds going anti-clockwise. If, and it will, start to burn, you can bend the knees and make it into knee circles if you want to do that. But try and keep your legs straight for as long as you can. Okay, so everybody ready? Thumbs up if you can. Okay, I'm going to start with the scapular push-up. I'll get my timer set up and we'll get cracking. Let's go back, sorry, just get this going. Okay, so into position, on your hands in a push-up position. And when you're ready, nice and smooth. So all this is very slow, very deliberate. In the push-up position, and off you go. Take the chest down, push the shoulders away. Take it down, push it away. So keep the shoulders into the body. Keep the elbows turned in. So you're just shrugging up and down. Just 30 seconds on this. Then we're going into the plank pike. Onto your elbows and push away. That's it. Push away. Push away. Really feel that squeeze. Try and keep the back as flat as you can. That's it. Keep it going. And then onto your back. Make the shape of a banana. And just open and close the ribs. It's going to start to burn a little bit. If you do feel it burning, just shorten the knees, bend the knees, but keep moving. Keep the back flat, but try and keep it going for as long as you can. Okay, back up. I'll sit up. I'm going to do some circles. Clockwise to start with. This is where it starts to kick in. This is where it starts to burn. And back the other way now. Same movement, but anti-clockwise. That's it. If you are like me, starting to feel it burn, whoo, whoo, bend the knees. That's good. And take a rest. Whoo, got a minute's rest. So that's really going to burn that midsection, the entirety of the front of the body especially. Take a little breather. And then what we're going to do, have a minute's rest. And we'll do the same thing again, starting with the scapular push-ups, then into the plank pike, then into the banana movement where you're just opening and closing the rib cage, then into the circles, the leg circles, 30 seconds clockwise, 30 seconds anti-clockwise. And then we'll take another break, and then we'll move on to the next block of exercises. Okay, so we've got 20 seconds. So start thinking about the next round. Get into position. Get ready into your push-up position. On your marks, get set, and go. Shrug it down, shrug it up. Nice and smooth. So it starts kind of gently, and then builds in intensity as we go. Again, keep your glutes engaged. Down your elbows, plank, pike. Really get that squeeze on. Keep the back as flat as you can. And by doing that, you'll increase the engagement of the core as you push away. That's good. Time for one more. Onto your back, into the banana movement. So again, arms by the ears, push the lower back into the floor, and just it's going to start burning, but keep going. If you feel it starting to hurt a little bit too much in the lower back, it's burning too much, shorten it by bending your knees, but try and keep them as straight as you can for as long as you can. Sit up into the circles. Going clockwise, whew, 30 seconds. You know, as I've gone straight into the knees, it is burning now. Okay, whew, go back the other way, 30 seconds. Try and go as long as you can. It is tough, it is challenging. Keep it going. Stir in the pot with the knees. Oh, and take a breather. I think that's probably the toughest section of the entire workout out of the way. So we're going to move now onto the back of the body. So again, we've got 5 exercises for the back of the body. Nice and simple, building in intensity again as we work through. The first exercise, lying on the floor, it's just basic hip raises. So just pick the hips up, just make sure you get a squeeze on with the glutes at the top, there, and bring it down. Up, squeeze, and bring it down. Up, squeeze, and bring it down. Then we're going to alternate that. Then moving on to the next exercise, once you've done your 30, we're going to do alternate single leg hip raises. So up, down, change. Up, down, change. Up, down, and change. Now what you can do is you can assist with your hands if you find pushing with one leg gets a little tricky. Push with your hands, but try and do it without if you can, so it's all coming through the hamstrings and the glutes. Okay, the next exercise then after that is the reverse leg raise. So you're in this position here, and you're just taking the legs and the knees off the floor. So you're keeping your shoulders where they are and bringing it up. Just think about the glutes. Like that, like that, like that. Nice and simple. Then moving on, taking the exercise up into the top half of the body a little bit more, keeping the feet on the ground, but just lifting the shoulders off the floor. So you can just do like that. You can put your hands by your temples, or if you want to increase the challenge, reach out in front. And then the final exercise on the circuit is both moving at the same time. So that's legs and shoulders coming up off the ground in a Superman, hold for a beat, take it down. Up off the ground in a Superman, hold for a beat, and take it down. And that's the circuit. We're going to do that twice with a minute's rest in between, and then we'll move on to the next one. So, everybody ready? Down onto your back. We're going to start with the hip raises in 3, 2, 1, and go. Push up, squeeze, down. Push up, squeeze, down. Keep it going. Down. Keep moving. Keep going. 5 seconds. And then change to one leg at a time. Alternate. Push it up, change. Push it up, change. Push it up, change. Keep it going. And down. Still staying on your back, driving the heel into the ground. Really feel this glute work as you push it down. Next exercise coming up is the reverse leg raise. Roll over onto your front, rest your head on your arms, and just pick your feet, knees and thighs off the floor, engaging the glutes. Again, great for back health, great for posture, these moves. This is smooth, there's no speed, there's no momentum into this. Take it into the upper part of the body. Nice and smooth. Keep it going. Next move, we're moving shoulders and knees off the ground. Off you go, guys. Up, down, up, down. Keep it going. Good stuff. Really engage. Think about back and body. Reach out like Superman. Take it down. Reach out like Superman. Take it down and take a rest. Got a minute's rest. Just really think about how that felt working through that. We're going to have a little bit of a break. We're going to do the same thing again one more time. So we're going to do hip raises, alternating hip raises, reverse leg raises, shoulder raise, and then the Superman move. Okay, so just take it nice and easy. Lie down on the floor. Take a nice deep breath before we start. Just as we're doing at the start, think about the core. Think about activating the core. So this is still working. Even though we're working the back of the body, just think about this whole belt of muscle around your midsection still working. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to start with the hip raises in 3, 2, 1, and go. And down. That's it. Squeeze and down. Squeeze down. So there's no speed in any of these moves. They're all very deliberate. Plenty of time for that kind of work on a Friday and a Sunday. This is just about building strength, learning how your body moves, and learning to move better. Change legs. Just ironing out, especially when you move to this side, you might notice. So in the single leg alternating hip raise now. Alternate, change sides, alternate, change sides, alternate, keep going. That's great work. Then roll over onto your front, going into the leg raises now. Engage the glutes and pick it up. That's it. Squeeze. So you'll feel the glutes working, you'll feel the lower back working. Try and keep your knees together if you can. I have extremely bandy legs, so it's not so easy for me. Sit and then up and down. The upper part of the body, shoulder raises off the floor, nice and smooth. These might feel like small moves. They certainly aren't moves that are going to get your heart racing. But what you will notice is these are great moves. Okay, moving into the full Superman now. For getting rid of those little aches and pains that I know I seem to be collecting from spending so much time sitting at a laptop. These are nice corrective moves that will make the back of your body stronger, your posture better. And take a rest. Good job, good job. So that's the second round of exercises done. Now the next thing we're going to focus on, the next area we're going to focus on is the side of the trunk. So we're really going to key in to these obliques here. Now, these are a little bit more challenging, perhaps a little bit more technical as well. So I'll take you through the moves and then we'll get on with the workout. Okay, so the first one, much the same as when we did the banana in the first round. This is pretty much the same position, but just roll ever so slightly forward onto your side. Not completely onto your side. You want to have a sort of 3/4 position here where you're using pretty much the width of your buttocks to keep yourself nice and stable. Then take your hands off the ground, settle, and then the movement is just opening the rib cage, closing the rib cage, opening the rib cage, closing the rib cage. I'm just going to stop that there for a minute. Same thing then on the other side. You might find your balance is better on one side than the other. Again, that sort of 3/4 position. Balance first, down, up, down, up, like that, nice and smooth, nice and easy. Just opening the rib cage as you lower, bringing everything together as you come up. Again, 30 seconds there. Next thing we're going to do, flipping sides again, into a side plank. Now you've got a couple of options here. You can either do it on your feet or you can do it on your knees, whichever version works best for you. What we're going to do here is we're going to take the hips down to the floor and then come up and reach over. So it's not a regular hip raise, there's a little bit more extension to it that really opens up this side of your body as well. So you take it down and you come up and over. Again, go as far as you can on your toes. If you need to go to your knees, that's absolutely fine. Really extend. Okay, but try and go as far as you can with the full length of your body. Okay, so we're going to do 30 seconds left, 30 seconds right on that. And then we're going to finish the round with a Russian twist, sit up nice and tall, and just rotate from side to side. Okay, and that's the moves. So we're going to do those in sequence, have a rest, and repeat. Okay, so when you're ready, into position, starting with the crunch, find that little banana position here, legs off the floor, in this position here, and off we go. Down, up. That's good. Keeping the feet off the ground. You can sort of crunch your legs towards the rib cage as well. Get your feet a little higher. That increases the contraction a little bit more. Okay, and then we're going to change sides. The same thing on the other side. Settle down, balance, and move. That's it. Get a squeeze on. Okay, the next move is the hip raise. Get onto your elbows, into a side plank position. Take the hips down to the floor, and then up and over. Take the hips down to the floor, up, extend, really reach, down to the floor, up and over. Keep that going, nice and smooth. Very deliberate pace, this. Reach, that's 5 seconds, then we're changing sides. Swap it over. Same on the other side, into that side plank position. And then reach as you extend. As you come back, take the hips down to the floor. Reach as you extend. Take it back, down to the floor. Up and over. And down. Up and over. And down. Keep that going. Great work. Next exercise is the Russian twist. Sit up, lovely straight back. Rotate the trunk as you lean back. Good stuff. Keep it going. That's it, and take a rest. Good job, not so bad that one, was it? Not too bad at all. So, take a little breather, we'll have a little rest, and then we'll do the same thing on the other side. Same thing again, rather. So what I want you to really think about on this is really the quality of the movement, the speed of the movement, the intensity of the contraction at the top and the bottom of the moves as well, as you're working through each of those. So really take your time, there's no speed, there's no momentum. It's all about the squeeze, essentially. Okay, so a little bit more time. Let's get into position. Lying down on your side, on that sort of 3/4 position. Hands above the head like this. And we're opening and closing the rib cage. So when you're ready, off we go again. Open and close. Really get that squeeze up here. Try and take your neck out of it though. Make sure it's coming from the side of the body. You're not leading with your head. You don't want any tension in the neck as you're working through this. That's it. Change sides. Same thing on the other side. Settle. Get that nice banana shape. Get your balance. And then go. Really work through it. Okay, up onto your side, doing the hip raise, so take the hip down, and then up and over, extend and return. Up and over, extend and back. Really squeeze and back. Really squeeze it and back. Keep it going. Change sides. Same thing on the other side. Set yourself up nice and straight. Take the hips down. up and over. Take it down, up and over. It's a nice bit of extension at the top. Really reach and take it back. Really reach and take it back. That's great stuff. And then onto your sitting up, lovely straight back, and rotate. Nice and smooth. So again, there's no speed in this movement. Push the chest through the shoulders. It's all very deliberate. It's all very controlled. Hands are always in line with the center of the chest. And we're done. Good job. Have a breather, and I'll take you through the next 5 exercises. So what we're going to do in this final round is we're going to put everything together, really. We're going to work the front of the body, the back of the body, the side of the body, and the back of the body again. To be honest, really focusing on emphasizing what happens and strengthening the back of the body there. So, first exercise is the front snow angel. So kind of extending what we were doing with the banana at the beginning of the workout. In this position here, tailbone into the ground, low back into the ground. We're just going to open it out like that. Bring it back. Point your toes, open it out, bring it back. Really push this into the ground as much as you can. Round off the back a little bit. Really squeeze it. Okay, I'm just going to pause that for a second. Then once that 30 seconds is up, we're going to flip that over and do the reverse with the reverse snow angel. So from here, the knees and shoulders off the ground, open it out, bring it back, open it out, bring it back. Again, 30 seconds of those. Then we're back on the banana crunch. So in this position here, find your balance, just taking it up to the side. Like that. We're going to do 30 seconds left, 30 seconds right. And then we're going to finish with the reverse leg raise. So that's this position here. We're just going to go like that. Just bringing the feet up off the ground. Okay, and that's the final round, all 5 exercises. So we're going to start on our backs with the front snow angel. Into position. Again, really try and flatten that back out before you even get your feet off the ground. Really squeeze. When you're ready, in this position here, and off you go. Try not to lose that lovely flat back. Don't let the back arch if you can. If you find it getting a little harder, you can shorten the body. Try and keep your legs as straight as you can for as long as you can. Changing it over, reverse snow angel now. Really opening out the trunk, opening out the chest. Keep it going, really bring those arms back. Really feel the entirety of the back of the body working at the top of the move. Hold it. That's good stuff. Onto your side, into your banana crunch, find your balance, and just up and down. And down. Feel those ribs squeezing. Feel the side of the body. That squeeze here at the top. Give it a little half beat at the top of the movement. Change sides, same exercise, other side. Find your balance, and then up you go. Try and get the feet off the ground as well if you can. One more, then onto your front, reverse leg raises. Rest your head on the shoulders, Take the hips up. Or take the knees off the floor. Really think about the glutes. Really think about what's happening here. The squeeze as you bring the knees and the thighs off the floor. The top of the move, you should have a gap to about here. And take a little breather. One more round, and then we're done. Good stuff, everybody. Really good stuff. Take a little rest, and then we'll get cracking into this next one. Okay, so again, think about the squeeze in each of those moves. The speed of movement's really important. If you get too fast, you kind of lose that concentration, that intensity. And because they're quite small moves, you really have to take your time with them. So really sort of go up over a count of 2 to 3 seconds every rep, really. Okay, so let's get into position. We're going to start with the front snow angel again. This one, push the lower back into the floor. Just curl the tailbone up off the floor a little bit. Straighten your legs. Straighten your arms. And off we go. Point your toes. Make the body as long as you can. Hold it for a beat at the top. Curl that tailbone under. Especially as you open it up. Curl that tailbone under. Squeeze and back. Squeeze and roll over. Reverse snow angel next. And again, knees off the ground, shoulders off the ground. Open out the back of the body into a big strong X shape and into an I shape. X, I. Open it right out. Bring it back down. But always, throughout the 30, the shoulders and knees are off the floor. Onto your side. Just find your balance first and then crunch it. Nice and smooth. Get that squeeze at the top. Hold it for a beat. 1, 2, back down. 1, 2, back down. Change sides. Same thing on the other side. Again, find your balance and move through it. That's it, hold it. Change it over into the reverse leg raise now. Rest your head, squeeze the glutes. Taking all the momentum out of it. Get that squeeze at the top, bring it back down. Squeeze at the top, bring it back down. Keep it going. 5 seconds. And we're done. That's it, everyone. Nice and simple. Nice and easy. Stuff you can do anywhere. All you need is a bit of floor. But pretty effective. You really feel your midsection work. You really feel that all this has been hit from all sorts of angles. Hopefully making you stronger, making your posture better, helping you with any aches and pains that you might have. But brilliant stuff, everyone. Great work. Have a lie down, have a little stretch now. And see you all on the weekend. Well done, everybody. Bye.